Welcome to the most boring video about RAM on YouTube. In video editing, footage resolution and bit depth play an important role in how much RAM you will need. The main use of RAM in video editing is to cache preview files for playback. As you increase the resolution and bit depth, your requirements for RAM will increase along with it. So base your RAM decisions on what type of footage you plan on editing. So the following are the recommended amounts of RAM. For 8GB, this should be for smaller projects like in 1080p and if you are fine with closing down background programs. 16GB will work with projects that are like 1080 or 4K but in 8-bit. This will allow minor usage of background projects as well. For 32GB of RAM, this can carry a heavy load of video editing while still using some background projects. And 64GB of RAM, this amount can handle 8K of 10-bit footage. And you can also have other programs like After Effects or Media Encoder running in the background. So you could just dedicate, for example, a Premiere Pro 16GB of RAM, while the other apps that are not Adobe products can be another 16GB if you are using 32GB. So things to note, RAM does not greatly affect the speed of rendering, but the processor does. So try to find a processor fast enough, or well, you could just find something to do while waiting. RAM speed is measured in megahertz. Its clock speed indicates how many times per second the memory can read or change its data. The funny thing is, the speed will affect the overall performance of the processor. So it is really a matter of trying to match a good processor with RAM speed. You could try to supplement a slow processor with high-speed RAM. The funny thing here is that Premiere Pro and After Effects does not see a significant performance advantage with higher frequency RAM, regardless of the CPU. But Photoshop does see a performance boost with higher speed RAM, because Photoshop tries to make use of as much RAM as it possibly can, because it is kind of a greedy little pig. Knowing that speed of RAM does affect the rate of data going back and forth, plus Photoshop's need to render your image raw on the fly, the speed of the RAM will actually make it easier for you to preview unrendered files in Premiere Pro. So, confused? Well, in summary, high-speed RAM does affect editing experience if you need to preview your files before rendering. So other than that, you don't really see any difference. So what is the ideal speed? I would have to say that it will be 3200 MHz. So in summary, having more RAM will make it easier for you to preview your footage. Higher resolution requires more RAM. Lower resolution requires less RAM. So just remember that. So what are your thoughts? You could flame me, you could ask stupid questions, you could just leave a comment on what your preferred amount of RAM is. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you hate this video, give it a like. If you would like to see more of this kind of crap, just remember to subscribe. So before I go, I'm Iwan and thanks for watching.
Just a sec.
Shut up, Siri.
Still trying. Just a sec.
Hey Siri. Can we shut Siri down?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Hey Siri. Can you turn Siri off?
You can turn me off in settings.
Hey Siri. Can you open Siri in settings?